Well, the fans got spoiled from an amazing comeback from Manny Pacquiao. At 46 years old, he fought Mario Barrios for the WBC welterweight title after a 4-year layoff. Manny Pacquiao is an 8-division world champion, one of the best pound-for-pound fighters ever. Had the privilege of seeing him get inducted into the Hall of Fame back in June. Now, I knew Manny Pacquiao was going to show some glimpses of his prime self because even though he's 46 years old, he was still training for the past 2 or 3 months. And 46 years old now in 2025 with all his technology, nutrition, training, it's not as crazy as it used to be. So I knew he was going to show some glimpses of his prime self. Now, there was times where he lost his balance. His timing wasn't there. He wasn't throwing the combinations like we were used to, and it affected him a bit. And I'm sure the judges didn't see that in his favor. But the way he was dancing with Mario Barrios, a prime Mario Barrios who's a champion, and I want to apologize for my birds in the background. I'm at my parents' house. They have birds. So annoying. But hey, Manny Pacquiao fighting with a prime Mario Barrios. And I also was saying, though, before the fight, that Mario Barrios isn't that good. He's one of the weaker champions in boxing right now. If Manny Pacquiao was to beat anybody to become a champion again at 46 years old, Mario Barrios is his best chance. Now, it did seem at times where Mario Barrios looked like he was trying to respect Manny Pacquiao a bit. Was a bit gun-shy, not trying to unleash a lot of his punches, not throwing a lot. And I really don't think that was the case. I think it was more of Mario Barrios was just having a hard time trying to figure Manny Pacquiao out. This is Manny Pacquiao we're talking about right now, okay? One of the best fighters when it comes to trapping the ring, finding angles, getting in and getting out. And he was showing a lot of that last night. So I think Mario Barrios was just simply having a hard time trying to figure Manny Pacquiao out. Okay, Manny Pacquiao would get in and get out, just like he was in his prime self. He wasn't doing it as fast, wasn't doing it as quick, wasn't doing it with good timing, but he was still doing it, making it harder for Mario Barrios to, just figure him out. The best case for Barrios was to try to walk Manny down and keep using that jab, and he was doing that from time to time, but, Manny was using a lot of good head movement. And I was really starting to get worried in like the third or fourth round if Manny Pacquiao could keep up this movement throughout the fight. And he did. He had a great conditioning. All right. We saw that 12th round that he was really struggling, really struggling. Not just age. That's when age really comes into factor. That's when that 4-year inactivity comes in. Those championship rounds, 9 through 12. But I was very, very impressed with Manny Pacquiao's performance. And I think he did enough to win. 7-5. I think he did enough to win. The draw is not the craziest thing in the world. I'm glad they did not give it to Barrios because Barrios certainly did not do enough to win. But the draw, I don't think it's the craziest thing in the world. But I really did have Manny Pacquiao winning 7-5. I really think they robbed us of a Manny Pacquiao victory. It was an amazing night. All right, something that American boxing has been needing for a while. Great atmosphere in Las Vegas. Okay, especially coming off that incredible fight with Tszyu and Fundora right beforehand. The fans were amazing for Manny Pacquiao. It was really nice to see. And I have to say, I'm very grateful to see a legendary boxer like Manny Pacquiao still fight today in 2025. We can't take it for granted. And it seems like Manny Pacquiao is still going to want to fight again. I don't know. I don't know why. He loves it, and that's fine. But I just don't know who now. Because 147, it's a weaker division, but there's still some killers there. I mean, imagine Manny Pacquiao and Brian Norman. I know Brian Norman has his hands tied with Devin Haney, but imagine that fight. I mean, that's dangerous for Manny Pacquiao. Manny Pacquiao versus Rolly. I don't think it's a dangerous fight, but I think, Rolly wins. Okay, Rolly's a more skilled fighter, faster fighter right now in his prime. His best chance was to fight Mario Barrios and beat him. And I just don't know who he's going to fight now. I just don't know what's worth it. I think a better option for Manny Pacquiao was to get that tune-up fight, right? Just like George Foreman did, get a bunch of tune-ups fight before he gets a title shot. Not jump right into a title shot after a 4-year layoff. But he seemed like he could hang in there, obviously. I just think Mario Barrios, one of the weaker champions in boxing. It's hard to say, okay, well, he just went a 12 competitive championship rounds with a champion Mario Barrios. Well, he could do it against Brian Norman. He could do it against Rolly. He could do it with anybody at 154 or anybody at 140 coming up, T.O., Richardson, Hitchens. I mean, I don't know Manny Pacquiao can hang with those guys. Mario Barrios was their best chance. I think a rematch would be awesome. And I'm not a big conspiracy theorist. And obviously, I don't like to say the judges are, getting paid off by the promoters or WBC. Maybe the WBC just didn't really want Manny Pacquiao to be champion. So, and what I'm saying by that is maybe they won't give him the rematch. Maybe they don't want a 46-year-old Manny Pacquiao to be champion and hold up the division, right? Maybe vacate after he wins it. Maybe they just want Manny Pacquiao or Mario Barrios to really have that and have the younger guys get after it. Not a conspiracy theorist, but maybe that's what WBC really wants. Not saying that they played a factor in the decision last night, but maybe it affects it going forward with what we see with Manny Pacquiao, if there's a rematch or not. I just don't know who Manny faces. Does he fight a contender, a non-champion, and try to get another title shot next year? I really don't know. He has it in him to compete with the guys. But to win, I think Mario Barrios is his only shot. I keep telling you that. I think he won, though. I thought he won. It would have been a great night for him. I think if he would have won, I think it would have been a perfect send-off for him. Not keep competing, right? Because if he fought killers like Brian Norman, Rolly, anybody else, it could have been even worse for him. And it was just a great performance. So awesome to see how 46-year-old Manny Pacquiao was showing glimpses of his prime self and was really in there. He was so calm before the fight. Never saw a boxer more calm before a title fight like Manny Pacquiao was. Now, of course, Manny Pacquiao been there over 70 times, so there's nothing new to him. But the way he was so calm was just awesome to see. The way the fans were was awesome to see. And I'm just so glad that I was able to witness Manny Pacquiao in 2025. Of course, I watched him when he was still fighting, but just to still witness him after that 4-year layoff, a legend in the sport, absolutely incredible. Let me know what you guys think of that Manny Pacquiao fight. What should be next? Should he keep going? And if so, should it be for titles? Should it be a Mario Barrios rematch? I wouldn't mind the rematch, but anybody else is risky business. What do you guys think? What do you think of this performance? Do you think he won? Do you think Barrios won? Or do you think a draw was fair? I'm out, guys. Peace.